Imagine you land a project that most travel photographers dream about. It's in Andalusia, Spain, one of the most photogenic areas in all of Europe. The itinerary is flexible. Shoot what you want. What excites you? The catch? You've got to produce 20 book-worthy images. It'll rain a lot, and you only have 5 days. No pressure. Only your entire reputation on the line. I first visited Andalusia over a decade ago. My memories are vague, but I remember that I was absolutely captivated by it. So, besides my assignment, I want to understand. What was it about Andalusia? Is it as special as I remember it? So far, day one, beautiful beach. The sky is covered in clouds and the light is dull. I've got to come up with the images, and it seems that the photography gods are playing a joke on me. If I must photograph boats and beaches and dull light, then I'll make the most of it. I'm not convinced that the weather is going to improve, but I have some hopes for the evening. I'm just not having any luck. Just one more try to get something special before I call it a day. I wanted to photograph local fishermen going out to sea. All of them seem to be in this bar. They are rough men, reluctant to open up to a stranger. I wonder if I'll get any of the kinds of photos that I think are expected of me. I hear that some fishermen are in their warehouses, getting ready for the days when the weather is better. Turns out that they weren't so reluctant to open up after all. Once it's clear that I'm interested in more than just photos, they allow me an insight into their world. Lele is one of the older men here. He's a treasure trove of knowledge. One of the last who can craft fishing nets by hand. He learned from his father. Now for a father to teach his son just doesn't happen anymore. Their whole way of life is slowly vanishing. He gives me a souvenir, a float from a fishing net that's 60 years old. The common theme here is that the ocean, the fishing, it's not only a way of life, it's what makes these men feel alive. Jesus shares that the allure of life at the sea isn't the same for their younger generation. Industrial overfishing is diminishing their livelihoods. Survival has become a struggle. Nonetheless, like other men at this port, he'll battle on as long as he can. It'd be a waste to only photograph my next location in dull, grey tones. After lunch, there's an unexpected change in weather. I'm exploring the medieval streets of Vejer de la Frontera. Over 1,000 years of history have made this place especially photogenic. Maybe things will start to turn around from here. Vejer, as it's called for short, looks more like something out of a fairy tale than reality, but here it is, in all of its glory, under the beautiful evening light. There's a promise of clear skies. Even before the sun rises, I'm off to one of my favorite cities. A city on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean. Founded 3,000 years ago by the Phoenicians, Cadiz is, well, it's mesmerizing. I follow a group of young surfers to the beach. While there are now snow blizzards in parts of Europe, this is winter in Cadiz. I'd love to stay longer, but I've been tipped that there's something very special happening in one of Andalusia's cultural centers. Today, unique Christmas celebrations are taking place all over town. They're called sambomba. I'd liken them to Christmas carols with a flamenco flavor. I search for the best place to photograph these celebrations. As one sambomba finishes, Another one already starts nearby. I shoot the Sambomba late into the evening. But I leave before it finishes. There's something else that I've been wanting to shoot for a long time, but never got a chance to. I'm about to photograph a flamenco performance, and I've been allowed in for the preparations. I've actually never seen flamenco in a traditional place like this. I'm really excited and curious. I'm hypnotized. It's clear these artists live and breathe flamenco. Today's been my kind of day of photography. I realise that I only have one more day on this journey. I get away to nearby mountains to immerse myself in nature, even if just for a moment. I want to make sense of what I've experienced so far. The quiet here is just what I needed. On the final morning, the mood is melancholic. This journey, which I've come to enjoy so much, is coming to an end. The final stop on my schedule takes me to a place of strong tradition. The renowned purebred Andalusian horses. These animals enjoy a quality of life that's probably better than many humans. They are meticulously cared for and asked only to pull carriages during special occasions. When their time comes, they're released into vast pastures where they can peacefully spend their last days. The horse caretaker tells me that he temporarily immigrated in search of a better income. He didn't last long. He missed home too much. Missed the Andalusian way of life. The grass always seems greener on the other side, he tells me. I get him. But soon his story is overshadowed in my mind when I'm told how much these horses cost and all the expenses involved. This seems so over the top. What's next is even more over the top. A 700-year-old winery that houses 25,000 barrels of wine. My first thought is, who needs this? Why would anybody spend so much money and go to such an effort? But then it hits me. It's not about the wine, not about the horses, not the money. It's the idea behind it all. I meet a man dedicated to meticulously assessing the wine's color and aroma, ensuring that every barrel meets the highest standards. Attention to detail that is unheard of in most places. In a world which is fast moving towards automation, where profit and the bottom line dictate much of what we create, Andalusia seems to be giving everyone the middle finger, moving at its own pace and holding on to what it values. The fishermen still craft their nets and brave the sea, even in the face of formidable challenges. Old friends gather in cafes, engaged in conversations for hours, unaffected by busy schedules. Spectacular ancient towns still stand, almost unchanged for centuries. Spirited celebrations take place right out in the streets, and you're welcomed to join in. Life in Andalusia doesn't follow the rigid formulas, rules, and logic of much of the modern world. Here, intuition, friendship, the appreciation of the finer things, and the famous Andalusian passion seem to reign supreme. Somehow, despite the challenges, everything on this project has come together. And I've finally realized why I was so captivated by Andalusia all that time ago. This is why I was so happy to come back. It's why I'm already planning another trip.